finally, the world's market and technology leader in vehicle and mobile storage systems, featuring adjustable shelving, universal anchor kits, smart design principles, and all products are engineered, designed, tested and manufactured to meet the toughest of standards. Strong, durable, robust vehicle cargo solutions, exclusively from US ESI, American-wide. Finally, a 4-step system that lets the customer design and build their own vehicle shelving system.
I just need to know your trade.
I'm an electrician.
Okay, great. So it's a Toyota Hiace long wheelbase 2015 model,
Yes.
and it's just a standard roof. There's no other roof design for
That's
that model.
correct.
Before we get started with Lachlan's cargo management system, we're going to start by showing the people at home the measurements that they need before starting our 4-step shelving system. Now, it's very important that we have the height of the interior of the vehicle. For this Toyota Hiace, it's 49 inches high. It's also very important that we know the interior length of the vehicle. And for this vehicle, it's 115 inches. If you're unsure, you can just Google and get a spec sheet on any vehicle model available. Or otherwise, you can ask your customer these simple questions. We have 3 different base sizes to choose from. We have our 4 Series, which is 18.5 here. I will take you over to our showroom and show you. We have the 8 Series, which is 35 inches wide. And then we also have our 12 Series, which is here, and that's 52 inches. Now we have 3 different base sizes to choose from. This one here is our 12 Series and is 52 inches long. We then have our 8 Series here, which is 35 inches long. If we come over here, you can also see our 4 Series, which is much smaller at 18.5. In the roller shelf range, there are 2 different post heights available. You've got your 78-inch height as well as your 61-inch, remembering that if your vehicle falls within 61 or lower, that's the post that you would need. If it's between 61 and 78, that's the post that you will need, and you can always cut them down to suit your vehicle. For the 8 and 4 Series bays of shelving, you're able to put our roller case cabinet kits in there. For the 8 Series, as you can see here, it's a dual kit, so you've got one side by side, and you put an RS bar 80 underneath to support it within your vehicle. For the 4 Series, it's just one cabinet that will fit within it. We've got a Toyota Hiace long wheelbase 2015 model. It's just a standard roof. There's no other roof type in your model. Now, in terms of the shelving, we're going to have a 12 Series start frame with post height that is 61 inches high, remembering that we can all cut them down. We're also going to have 4 shelves in there, starting from our high mount shelves right through to our floor mount shelves. So that's the smallest right through to the largest shelves on the bottom. In terms of the 8 Series bay, we're going to put an 8 Series extension in, along with 2 high mount shelves, and below that we're going to be putting our 2 roller case cabinet kits with our roller cases in them.
At this stage, you've purchased your equipment. Now we're at the point where we're going to assemble and install the equipment. This is a point where you have to make some choices. Is the equipment going to be to the front of the vehicle as far as you can go? Do you want it at the rear of the vehicle? You have to establish that prior to this point. Then we go in and we'll be taking some measurements which are on the instructions, and we'll be marking them onto the cant rail, and then you'll go on and drill some holes and prepare the anchors. Selected the shelving and we have to install it. We have to measure the cant rail anchor kit, anchor points. The start frame, 8 series, the distance between the centre points is 29 inches. We have to mark that on the cant rail, follow the instructions carefully, use the template and mark them and drill. Again, we're going to mark the extension frame. It's a 12 series extension frame and the measurement is 50.5 inches. Again, the template with the instructions and the measurements are supplied. Follow them carefully. Done. At this point, we've got to cut the posts you've been supplied. These posts are designed for a number of different height vehicles. For our application, we've pre-measured it and it's going to be 43.3 inches. Now you just can't cut from either end. We have to select the correct end. On this, you have 2 holes here and a number of larger holes here. We are going to select the point where we're going to chop those off to the desired measurement. And in our application, we're going to cut it at 48.3 inches. Use the tape measure, we've all done that. Come along to the top of the small hole. We only ever cut at the top of the small hole. I've pre-marked this and now we're going to show you how to cut it, which is a relatively simple process. Briefly recap what we've done. We've cut the posts to the height as you've just found out. Now we've assembled the frame. All these instructions that you've supplied will clearly show you where they go. The feet, the spacers, and some of the anchor kit. Most important, you follow these instructions and pre-assemble this outside the vehicle. The next stage, you will see this inside the vehicle. This is an example of our anchor kit. This is one of the most important features of your installation. Unless this is installed correctly, your equipment will come loose and you will have a problem. The features we've incorporated into this anchor kit will prevent you having any problems. If I rotate this a little bit, I'm going to identify some of the features here. Here, we have a reinforcing plate, which often compensates for poor or minor gauge metal on the cant rail. As you rotate the back, we have a piece of metal which we call our behind cant rail bracket, which is a part of the fitment kit. This also, as we rotate around, has some spring washers in here. These are most important. They must be installed as per the instructions. The spring washers prevent the screws coming loose. The reinforcing will compensate for the smaller gauge metal that you'll find in the cant rail. That brings us to the inertia bracket. This too here is to prevent the inertia when the vehicle accelerates or brakes. This will aid in preventing this failing. Follow these instructions and you won't have any problems. As you can see, we've installed the framing. Anchors are complete, it's attached to the floor. Now for the shelves. The first task, we're putting some roller case cabinets in here, and we have to install some RS bars to support the cabinets. As you can see, they've been installed up there, and next you'll see the cabinet being installed as well. We've installed the RS bars, we've installed the cabinet, and we've installed the cases. At this point you have an option. You have some plastic plugs that you can use to secure the shelves or cabinets in place. That gives you the option of a simple adjustment, height or horizontally, once you've finally got them in and you feel that maybe I'd like it up or down or whatever. So use these, install all your shelves, then use the dog point screws, the custom dog point screws that we supply to anchor the shelves home when you're finished. We've installed the shelves, the plastic bins are complete, A roller caster operational, the customers, all he's got to do is come in and collect his vehicle, load up his bins, his shelves, he's operational, he's going to work tomorrow. And we're really pleased for him, and we're satisfied that this has been installed. It's going to give him a long product life, lasting for years, probably to the point he turns over the vehicle and he comes back as another happy customer for us.